A new era begins in the Sin City. Devin Rensing makes his debut as the leader of Las Vegas Lights. As we welcome you to tonight's broadcast, brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Las Vegas plays host to San Antonio here this evening. Alongside former MLS keeper Jeff Antonella, Michael Watring with you here tonight as we take a look at the standings. Presented by AMR and Medic West Ambulance. FC Tulsa trailed for a chunk of the game against New Mexico. They scored 3 goals in 5 minutes to start the second half, and they're pulling away from the rest of the pack. San Antonio need the points tonight. Las Vegas is still in the picture, but the Lights need to turn things around, having lost 4 consecutive matches. And enter a new coach and a man that is familiar with winning. He won at the collegiate level. He was a scout for MLS teams in his time. For the last 5 years, he was alongside Ben Pierman, including being at Charleston the last few. One of the best teams in the league, and now he tries to translate that to the Lights, coaching his first game here this evening. Las Vegas is interesting. They've given up the most goals in the league this year, Jeff, but Rico Arozarena is second in the league this season in clean sheets with 7.
And for me, he's the player to watch tonight, because anytime you're going through a stretch like this, you need your leader, you need your goalkeeper to be the steady force in that back line. 7 clean sheets on the season. He's made big-time saves for this team, and anytime that you have a new coach coming in, you want to have a good performance. And for me, it starts with the back with the Rosarena, not only making saves, but organizing and make sure everything is in line with his back line, and they're keeping this San Antonio offense away from their goal mouth.
It's a series history that is dominated by San Antonio. In their last 8, Las Vegas only have 1 win in this series. In the first matchup, 3-0 in favor of San Antonio, really showcased the difficulties defensively for the Lights.
And this was a game for San Antonio where they were doing just about everything right. One of the problems the San Antonio team has had recently is scoring goals, but they have not had trouble with that against this Las Vegas defense. For San Antonio, this could be a matchup that for them gets them going again with the score sheet. But again, we're talking about a Las Vegas team that has a new coach, so hopefully there's a little bit new life from the game that they had last time.
Luke Hawkinson scored the middle goal in that 3-game stretch. He's got 4 goals, 2 assists. This season, he's the top scorer in the starting lineup tonight.
And scoring goals has been a problem for the San Antonio team, but creating chances has not. So for Luke Hawkinson, we're going to be looking for him to get on the end of crosses, get himself a little bit more offensively with those runs from the midfield, and they need somebody to start putting the ball into the back of the net so they can start feeling that rhythm and closing games out. And for me, Hawkinson is a player that can certainly do that tonight against this Las Vegas team.
Will San Antonio continue their dominant run of form against Las Vegas here this evening? Or will Las Vegas pick up its first win since June 21st? It's the Lights and San Antonio. Starting 11s and the opening kickoff next.
As a Great Clips salon stylist, I love giving customers the look they want. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details, so it's one less thing for you to worry about. And when I see that confidence at the end of the cut, that's everything to me.
As a stylist, I know it can be hard to find time for a haircut. With the Great Clips app, you can put your name on the list from anywhere and head to the salon when it's time for your cut. A great haircut plus more time for what you love. That's Great Clips.
Desert Radiology is the area's chief resource for the highest quality medical imaging and diagnostic care. We are proud to offer 9 locations across the valley. As a member of the community for over 50 years, Desert Radiology is proud to be the official imaging partner of the Las Vegas Lights. To learn more, visit desertrad.com. That's desertrad.com. Let's go Lights!
Tonight's match is brought to you by Southern Nevada Water Authority. Remember to change your watering clocks for spring. Water plants and trees up to 2 days a week. And by Great Clips. Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Richard Harris Law Firm. Devin Rensing's first starting 11 looks like this.
A little bit more of an attacking formation, switching to the 4-2-3-1. Stojanovic comes back into that attacking midfield role. Look for him to connect with those front three. Pickering back into the lineup up top as well. And then we have Rodriguez, who was a big signing for them this offseason, looking to come alive under the new head coach.
Conversely, for San Antonio, they've had players in and out of the lineups with injuries. Jorge Hernandez, one of the league's leading goal scorers, starts the night on the bench.
He starts the night on the bench, but we have a couple changes up top. LaCava and Pacheco come in. Look for them to be a little bit more dynamic in their run, give them a little bit more of an option. The back line remains unchanged from last week, and we have Sanchez, who's been the stalwart in goal for the San Antonio lineup, back in between the pipes as well. And we spoke about Hawkinson in the open. Look for him to be making those dynamic midfield runs and getting himself around the edges, looking for that space on the far post.
You have a San Antonio team that is middle of the pack in both goals scored and goals conceded. You have a Las Vegas team that has given up the most goals, has scored the fewest goals. How will things sort out here tonight? Las Vegas kicks the ball off, and the Devin Rensing era is underway here in Las Vegas. It's the Lights and San Antonio for the 13th all-time meeting here tonight. Michael Watring, Jeff Attinella, and the rest of our team with you tonight. Jeff, what kind of game do you expect between these two teams?
Well, I think it's going to be a little bit of a chess match to figure out start, because when we talk to both coaches, when you have a new coach come in, you're not exactly sure how that team is going to play. So with this Las Vegas side, I expect them to come out a little bit more aggressively. I want to see them taking the opportunity of having this new head coach, trying to be confident. They're going to have a little bit of nervous energy at first, but I think for the San Antonio side as well, they're going to need to be cautious in the way that they approach this game. When we talked to head coach Carlos Hermosa, he was talking about how they are ready to make adjustments based off of what they see from Las Vegas. So a little bit of a chess match at first, some high energy from Las Vegas, but then I expect this game to settle in. And personally, I expect San Antonio to get on top of the ball, be a little bit more dominant, and it'll be up to Las Vegas to make sure that they're playing the way that they want to play underneath the new head coach and what he's looking for them to do.
One key that Devin Rensing told us when we spoke with him is he wants to be clear with his messaging for the group. Does not want to be overly complex. Wants feedback from the players. And tonight will be a fun first matchup. Coleman Gannon drifts into the 18-yard box, lays it up top, and after a bobble, it gets punched out of there, but stolen right back. Nigro hooks this ball in, and it's headed right back to where it started. Barone. And a foul. Pacheco is called for the infraction, and it leads to a free kick here for Las Vegas.
It's a real bright start here for this Las Vegas group. I expect them to come out with energy. Pacheco coming back from that forward spot. A little bit too much on the challenge, thought the head referee. Gives Las Vegas this opportunity in a dangerous spot here for this set piece early in the game.
Let's see how this one plays out. Nigro walks away. So it'll be a right-footed in-swinging ball. Barreled into the area, and Richard Sanchez with both hands fends it off. Gannon gets to the second phase, arcs it around. San Antonio under duress in the first couple minutes, but now they break out with a chance to counter. San Antonio scored 4 times in the opening 13 minutes this year. They get out to hot starts consistently. Sanchez, he has been well-traveled in his time. Most recently in Hartford and Memphis in 2023 before joining San Antonio at the beginning of last season. Well, I think it is an interesting situation for Devin Rensing. You had Charleston and Lou City tonight. It was billed as one of the games of the year, if not the game of the year. Lou City won that match 4-1 at home. But he comes from a Battery side that was vying for a position to win the Shield, perhaps. And now he gets an opportunity to lead a team that's in the bottom of the Western Conference. But he mentioned it. We're bottom of the Western Conference, but 1 or 2 wins, and boom, you're right back above the playoff line.
Well, when you bring in a coach that's coming from a team that has had so much success and he's used to winning, that's the type of culture building that you want to do. And for the head coach here, it's an opportunity for him. He really has nothing to lose when you're talking about coming into a team in this situation, and he has a lot of things to gain and a lot of culture building to do within this Las Vegas group. If they're able to get themselves on some type of run.
This ball rolls out. Good defensive play to knock the first ball away and then get it forward for Budani.
But to my point, if he's able to come in and get this Las Vegas team on some type of run, they make a playoff push, maybe they get their shots into that last spot of the playoffs, then he comes in and he's able to establish that culture. So for me, it's a move where, of course, you were having a lot of success on the Charleston Battery side of things, but whenever you get the opportunity to get a head coach, whenever you put yourself in the situation where you're in a place where a team wants to bring you in to see if you can transform them and turn them into a winning side, especially towards the end of the season, I think that there's a lot of upside. And if you're an aggressive player, or if you're an aggressive coach, you're a confident coach, you want to take on those types of opportunities and see what you can pull off, especially at this stage in a season.
And it comes at a time where the Lights needed an injection of energy. They've lost 4 in a row. And it's not just that they've lost 4 in a row, they've been throttled. Outscored 16-3 in that window of time. And overall, they've lost 8 of their last 10 after a solid start to the year that saw them take 12 points. They have just 6 points in their last 10 matches overall.
Well, I think what happened with this Las Vegas side is that the team just started figuring them out. They were playing very defensive, very good on the counterattacking opportunities, but once you're able to get that goal in, Las Vegas really didn't have an easy time breaking you down. They were really reliant on that counterattacking play, and once you get figured out that way and you're not able to adjust, it's going to be hard to get those types of wins. But now under Coach Renson, I expect him to see a little bit more of the ball, as we've seen already in this game, play a little bit higher up the field, play with a little bit more confidence to take chances offensively, which would force the other teams to play a little bit more defensive, which makes the games a little bit more even as opposed to so one-sided and relying on that counterattack.
They've made some roster adjustments as well. Some players out, some players in. And here's the group that is going to wrap up this season and try to make a push for a playoff berth. Herbert laces it along the far sideline. Pearson lines it up, threads a needle, but just out of the reach of Johnny Rodriguez as it goes out. And Johnny Rodriguez is a great example. You have a player that has scored 12 goals in back-to-back seasons. There is still talent on this Las Vegas roster that can absolutely make a push and be dangerous at the end of the year.
Well, he's a player, too, who's going to do well with the extra support with the players up top. A lot of times throughout the course of the season, he was left alone on a little bit of an island, forced to create things on his own. And it's very difficult for a forward to have to do that. But now that you're going to push more players forward, you're going to have more numbers up top, try to sustain a little bit more of that possession. You can see more out of a player like Johnny Rodriguez do the things that he was brought in here to do, which is score goals and be a facilitator.
Better recycles for San Antonio. Raniale across, and San Antonio take its time. They have beaten up on teams with 500 or worse records this year. 7 of their 8 wins have come against those sides. 2 of their 6 losses have come against teams with winning records. Granted, they've only played 4 matches against teams with winning records in the USL so far this season, but they enter tied for 2nd in the West. Everybody's trying to chase down FC Tulsa, the 5-2 leaders against New Mexico in the late going of that one. Let's take a look at tonight's injury report presented by AMR and Medic West Ambulance. Both sides have dealt with injuries. Paredes has been a key player for San Antonio, and you see the laundry list of players that Las Vegas are without in this match. It's been a tough time. They barely had enough to make it to 18 players available for this game tonight. The foul. Good passing through the midfield, and then Gartic takes the man out to set up San Antonio with a free kick.
It took a little bit of time for San Antonio to find that sustained possession, but we had a good look there at that stretch and what they're capable of doing. It starts with the ball at the center back. They're able to find these different pockets. The ball pops in, the ball pops out. You get the ball wide. It's a little bit tougher on this field in Las Vegas because it is a smaller area, so the field's a little bit more condensed, so it's hard to get that defense moving from side to side. So San Antonio may have to adjust a little bit and play a little bit more direct. But that type of possession where the players are popping out, popping in, movement of the ball, creating different opportunities for players, that's what makes the San Antonio team so dangerous. We just saw a good flash of it there.
And they get this free kick that's unleashed to the back post. It's kept in play. Header nods to the ground. Arozarena saves that ball right off of the line. Volley from wrong range. It hits a man in the head. It looked like it was on target, and it goes over the crossbar from Tainer.
In disbelief here. We talked about Arozarena needing to have a big game, but there are two big-time plays on that game. Just the ability to keep that ball in. Arozarena doing a great job of keeping his eye on the ball, making himself get across the goal. Look how fast he closes that space across the goal, able to make that dynamic save while diving into the back of the net. It's a good ball in from San Antonio. Great redirect on that far post, but a better save from Arozarena.
Off of the corner kick. Things redirected on the skimming header. It's last touch by Las Vegas and out for another corner kick. San Antonio controlling the early action.
Well, they are knocking on the door here, taking advantage of this small surface, putting balls into the box. And a little bit of good latch ditch defending here from this Las Vegas team, locking in defensively, but they need to track these runners. There's been two set pieces where runners have been getting free. Need to stay on top of these marks here. Make sure you have a hand on a body. Make sure you're organized in the back.
Harvey Neville, the 23-year-old Englishman, prepares with Nicky Hernandez to his left, and now Hernandez vacates. Corner kick, slingshots in, and it's headed away. Right back towards that corner flag, and Las Vegas under duress early as you take a look at Raiko Arozarena, the Cuban international. The big early save in this one. Neville hooks another ball in. That one again sent away. Now a foot race to the sideline. Pearson gets there first. Pearson laces a ball down the field. Sanchez had it read the entire way.
Great starting position from the goalkeeper, Sanchez. That's a dangerous ball into the box. If Sanchez isn't in that space, he's in one-on-one with the goalkeeper. But a great, brave starting position, playing that high outside of your box on this short field. It's a good job from the goalkeeper there to read the flow of the game.
Advantage played. Rolling ball in, and Arozarena picks it up from LaCava. Let's take a look at tonight's keys to the game, presented by Finley Toyota. What are your keys to the game?
Well, for me, I think that for the Las Vegas, impress a new coach. And what do I mean by that? You want to come out, you want to have the right energy. You know that the coach is very excited for this game. This is his first game as the head coach in this role, so impress him. Play the game, play the way that he wants to play free-flowing, play with confidence, but play with the right amount of energy that shows that you want it just as bad as he does. And for San Antonio, Carlos Hermoso was talking about it consistently. They just need to finish their chances. They're able to create them, but now they need to put the ball into the back of the net. They've had a lot of games that they've dropped late because the games were still close when they weren't able to finish their chances. So instead of putting teams away, they let teams linger around. Put the ball into the back of the net. Finish your chances when you're able to create, and then you'll have a successful night.
Sanchez made a mistake there, being aggressive as he heads it out and concedes a corner kick here for Las Vegas, brought to you by Richard Harris Law Firm. Gennaro Nigro prepares for this. Nigro for Las Vegas. A good start so far for the Lights, withstanding that bit of pressure for a couple minutes by San Antonio, but now they get back to holding on to possession. A foul, and probably didn't need to happen there either. That ball was well out of the reach, but Hawkinson commits the infraction.
And I really like this entry ball here. Get a look at this spacing right in between the two San Antonio defenders. Hawkinson forced into that foul, but that's good spacing from this Las Vegas group, finding those gaps in between, checking into those spaces. He had the ability to turn and take space. Hawkinson forced into that foul, and then because I talked about it before, the size of this field, a free kick anywhere on this half is in a dangerous spot. So let's see if they can drop it in behind this back line.
Nigro whips this ball into the penalty area. Just too much steam on that as Sanchez cradles. Quick turn. Pacheco. Gannon for a moment. Recovered though. Hernandez. All sorts of pressure. San Antonio come away with it here. Right around the quarter hour mark. Scoreless so far between Las Vegas and San Antonio. Lights looking to snap a 4-game losing streak. San Antonio looking for a 3rd win in its last 4. A foul from Hernandez and a free kick for Las Vegas. The USL on the CBS Sports Network returns the championship. Eastern Conference playoff contenders. North Carolina FC and Detroit FC. Face off Friday, August 15th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern on the CBS Sports Network. Looked to be a promising chance, gets cleared away. Stojanovic cannot rescue, and it rolls out. Good atmosphere here tonight at Cashman Field. A little more than a one-man band. Rodriguez commits this foul. This is the first home match in the regular season for Las Vegas since July 4th. They've been good at home. 13 of their 18 points have come on this pitch. Had 5 clean sheets and only given up 12 goals. So they've been much better here at home. That's something that Carlos Llamosa talked about. He said that on the home field, they play better. They play a more solid brand of football.
Well, I think because the spacing is so challenging when you talk about the dimensions of this field, for a team that knows how to use it to its advantage, it is that type of advantage. That's what you've seen from this Las Vegas group. And for a team that needs to come in playing on the road, they have to take some time to figure it out. What exactly is going to be the right way to play when you're doing it with this different types of spacing? You can't really extend the field as wide as you normally would. Maybe you have to play a little bit more direct. Maybe you need to get the ball a little bit more into the box in terms of getting the ball wider and putting crosses in. But it takes a little bit of time to figure that out. But when it's your home side like Las Vegas, they have a better idea how to use it to their advantage, which makes it so difficult.
But said that he wanted to keep an open mind. Seeing them in person is definitely different than watching them on film, and everybody has a clean slate to try to win a position. Quick restart. Good bit of defending right there by Buckmaster, but it comes out beyond the 18-yard box. This shot takes a deflection. Arozarena gets a piece, but it trickles across the line. Lucio Barón opens the scoring for San Antonio and a 1-0 advantage on his first professional goal.
Well, and this ball takes a wicked deflection as it's coming in. We see Barón, he picks the ball up top. It's that great first drag touch that he takes, and it's that deflection there. Arozarena, he thinks he does enough to tip it over the bar, but unfortunately he doesn't get enough hands to it for the Las Vegas side. But you have to give Barón a lot of credit in this as well. Once that ball comes in, he takes that big first touch. He's able to avoid the defender, and then from there he gets a little bit of luck with the deflection. But when you put the ball on target, when you hit the ball hard, luck goes your way sometimes. And for Arozarena, I know that that's one he'd like to have back, but it does take that tough deflection. He's just not able to get his hand up, but that's the benefit of hitting balls onto the ground, hard shots, finding your opportunities, and give Barón a lot of credit because that first touch was something that created so much space for him that he was able to take that shot. And San Antonio here is off and running almost in the 20-minute mark of the first half.
Lucio Barón scored 1 time in his collegiate career. It was his sophomore season back in 2022 with Coastal Carolina. Scored against William and Mary back in August 28th of 2022, and now he has his first as a professional to give San Antonio the edge. But Rodriguez takes it away. 1 minute.
And if you're this Las Vegas side, you've been playing extremely well. San Antonio had a couple set pieces before this, but they really weren't able to create much else. And to be fair, that opportunity really didn't come from much. One ball into Barone, he does the rest up top. Unfortunate deflection for Las Vegas. They had numbers behind the ball, but when things aren't going your way, sometimes they keep not going your way, and those things happen, and sometimes you have to create your own luck because bounces like that are going against you. But I do think Las Vegas has done a good job up to this point. San Antonio there just had that one moment, and now they have that 1-0 lead, so it's up to Las Vegas to see how they respond.
Talk about responding. That is something that Las Vegas have not done at all this year. They've given up a goal in 10 games this season. They've lost all 10. They haven't gotten a point when their opponent scores, where those 8 clean sheets means 5 wins, 3 draws. Will tonight be a night that they can rescue a point, but they find themselves behind 1-0, 20 minutes in against San Antonio.
And that's a difficult save for Rosarina, but that being said, that's why I talked about it in the open, that for me he was going to be the player to watch, because that's a save where your team needs you to make that save. If you're playing in your element, it would be a big time save for your group to give them a little bit of relief. He had a big time save earlier in the game, but I just had a feeling that he'd have to make a few of these big time saves, and you know, I still think that he'll be up to the task for ones later in this game, but I do think that that's one that he would like to have back. He got a good read on the deflection. It bounced up, just unfortunately unable to get 2 strong hands to it.
That ball funneled through. Gartig shields, and Rosarena is out to dive on top of it. The Las Vegas Lights are proud to be working with Southern Nevada Water Authority. Remember to change your watering clocks for the spring and water plants and trees up to 2 days a week. Nigro retreating. Pushes it up the field. San Antonio now starting to flex its muscles. Gannon had it for a moment, but a foul is whistled on Pacheco. What's it like as a player when a coach comes in the middle of the season?
Well, you understand that there needs to be change. You know that there's going to be change, and it usually starts with the head coach. So whenever the head coach gets switched out, you know as a player that it kind of puts you a little bit on alert. You know that they're looking to make changes. Obviously, you know people have contracts and things like that, but you understand that there needs to be a spark of energy, and they're trying to bring in a fresh look. So as a player, you want to do what you can to try to re-energize yourself like it's the start of the season, because you need to find that type of re-energy that gives you that feeling of, okay, this is a clean slate. I need to, no matter how tired I am, this is almost like a preseason. This is the start of a season for me.
Long distance shot, Rosarena dives, and it misses wide.
Because I have this new head coach, because I have this brand new opportunity, and like you said, it's a clean slate for these players, so you need to find that re-energize yourself for the final stretch of the season. We talked about Hawkinson in the open, just a little 1-2 creative step there, almost threatens the Rosarena to that far post. It's a good look there from distance. But San Antonio is starting to get control of this game.
Devin Rensing, open and honest about this team. Trying to build that confidence back up. It feels like if they can put together a performance or two, it might be a changer for this team. But it is not an easy run of play here for this group, because San Antonio's here tonight, then they have to go to New Mexico. So 2 tough games, no real chances to try to get things right. And how about the way that they end the year? 5 of the last 6 on the road, including 3 straight East Coast swings to Lou City, Pittsburgh, and Rhode Island. Our first yellow card of the night comes right here. Nigro gets taken out.
Get another look at it here. Nigro doing a good job playing in these tight spaces. Easy call there for the referee. Late challenge.
Lucio Boron The man that scored is also the man that picks up the yellow card. Let's see how Las Vegas respond here midway through the first half. Pearson unlocks the right side with space. Rolling ball towards the top. It's Pickering. Leaves it behind. Cross hurls in. Stojanovic chases. Now it's Gannon. On the volley. That was tantalizingly close, but at the last second, dips right.
Well, it starts off with a very dangerous ball into the box. Good clearance there from the center back, and off of his foot, it looked like it was going to be bending right in, but it ends up just curling a little bit wide as he's leaning down to his left. As he's falling down, that's what causes that curl to end at the far post. But off of his foot, I think he thought he had a chance at it as well. I know watching it live, I thought that was going to curl right into the side netting, but unfortunately for Las Vegas, it just slipped a little bit wide. But I do like this response from this Vegas team. After giving up the goal, you've seen a positive response. They've created a couple opportunities. They're getting numbers back behind the ball. The energy is still there. You know, those are the types of opportunities. Maybe just dump the ball in the box, look for the second ball, try to get a goal that way to find yourself. And Gannon almost had one there with that. Would have been a wonder strike side volley.
That is one of the biggest things that Devin Rensing wants to see, is how this group responds to a stretch in which they've been outscored 17-3 now in their last 4+ games. I mentioned it earlier, it's the fewest goals scored in the league this season, but it's not just that. They have the second fewest shots on target this year. They need to find a way to be more aggressive in the attack.
Well, so much of it, too, comes with the style of play in which they were playing. They were playing a very defensive style. Numbers behind the ball, difficult to break down, try to catch teams on the counter. And when you rely on the counter-attacking play, you're not going to create many chances. You're not going to create many shots, especially once other teams figure you out and know that that's what you're going to do. They're going to protect themselves more defensively. So they have the players, they have the personnel, and for me, it just comes down to switching the way that you were playing and playing a little bit more confident. You have players that are confident with the ball at their feet. These guys are professionals. They want to play. They want to play the beautiful style of the game. They want to move the ball. And I think with the new head coach, he's going to give them the opportunity to do that in the final stretch of the season. And now it's up for the players to see what they're made of. Can they perform at this level? And are they able to play that style of play so that they can try to propel this team a little bit more forward towards the final stretch of the season?
It's a Western Conference that could finish in any possible way. We do know that FC Tulsa is pulling away from the pack. Entered the night 8 points clear, and they did nothing to harm that with a 5-2 win over New Mexico. Scoring 3 goals in the span of 8 minutes to start the second half to erase a 2-1 deficit. But every other slot is vulnerable in the West, and even Las Vegas, for everything that they've gone through, losers of 4 straight. They enter the night 4 points off the playoff line.
When you look at a team like Lexington, they were able to get 3 points tonight, shot themselves up in the standings, got themselves closer in the race, and they were down near the bottom, just up in front of Vegas before the night started. So everything in front of Las Vegas, if they're able to get a little bit of a rhythm and start to figure this out.
That's a giveaway. Gannon has it, tries to cross, can't beat that first man. This time goes aerially. Misses the initial target, then Pearson bounces a ball off the surface. And now Herbert has it, and we get a whistle and a stoppage.
Just sloppy in the back from the San Antonio team. The last thing you want to do is give the team give Las Vegas an opportunity off of your passes, off of your sloppy possession and your own goal mouth, but that's exactly what they did there. Fortunate not to see Las Vegas get a better opportunity.
See another look at that. Awkwardly hit the head, so the injury is the medical staff out on the field. Both sides back to their respective benches. Thumbs up. All is well for Mitchell Tanner. They're going to turn this into a hydration break here as well. typical August night here in Las Vegas. Devin Rensing will try to pull the right strings. This hydration break presented by Flow Natural Spring Water. If you're just joining us, San Antonio had an early flourish that resulted in an 18th minute goal from Lucio Barón. That took a deflection. Franco Rosarena had a piece of it, but couldn't quite hold on, and it just did cross the chalk. So San Antonio have the 1-0 edge. And Las Vegas going through this tough time. Looking to snap a 4-game skid here. Down 1-0. Michael Watring, former MLS keeper. Jeff Atzenell and the rest of our team with you here tonight. So good to have you on board. Hope you can hang out with us for the final hour of this match. San Antonio have controlled the series. They've won 7 of the first 12. Gannon fires this over the top. Stojanovic was chasing after it, but pulls the shoot, and Sanchez restarts action for San Antonio. Gannon presses. Barón lays it back. And Lights fans, scan the QR code on your screen for more on the official protein drink of the Las Vegas Lights. DrinkPormino.com. Long ball on that far left sideline. It juggles. Has it, leaves it behind. Hawkinson. Soto has it, misses foot. Rodriguez. Gannon tries to go backwards, but right into the path of Pacheco. On the bobble, it's carried over. Hernandez on the top. Pacheco had the angle for the moment, but Nigro, excellent individual defending. That is superb right there by the 25-year-old.
It really looked like San Antonio was going to get in behind here. It's an incredible first touch there from Hernandez, popping it over the back line. But you have to give Nigro a lot of credit. Once he sees that big touch, uses his body, shielding off Pacheco, able to earn that goal kick. Great bit of recovery and defending there from the Las Vegas defender. But off that first touch, such a cheeky little play there from Hernandez. Ball comes in, just 1 foot on the ground, pops it up right over that back line. Fortunately for Las Vegas, Nigro was there because Pacheco looked like he was in on net.
Devin Rensing hired on August 4th, so 5 days on the job. His first look at the team in a competitive match. Liked what he saw there. Now brings this high pressure forward. Rensing said that he has a lot of the similar opinions on how to play as Ben Pierman. He spent the last 5 years as an assistant with the Charleston. Want to have high quality services in the box, want to control that portion of the game. Charleston, of course, has been one of the best goal scoring teams in the USL Championship since Pierman took over in 2023. Full send here. Stojanovic brings it in, but the flag goes up and Stojanovic disagrees.
Looked live that he was just a little bit too early with his run. San Antonio backline doing a good job of keeping that high back line. Stojanovic just a little bit past that line right before that ball was played. That's a good idea there from Las Vegas as well. They've been trying to play a lot of balls through the ground, trying to find these gaps. Once that San Antonio team steps up a little bit, get that forward, making those runs in behind, see if you can put that ball in over the top, be a little bit more direct. Try to create one of your better opportunities that you've had in this game.
Las Vegas have only scored 4 first-half goals all season long, so moments like that, something that has been lacking in the arsenal all year. A collision and a foul on San Antonio, and Hawkinson as he barrels into Yunus Budani. Nigro. drops it back, and Pacheco pilfers right in front of Leal. Rodriguez now forces that pass back for Sanchez, the 31-year-old Mexican. Pressure has worked out well so far for the Lights, but this time they get broken down through the midfield. A switch of fields. Nicky Hernandez waits for it to bounce down. Hernandez, the former New Mexico midfielder. Pacheco slices past two. The goal scorer Barone resets. Far left side. Neville hustles toward the 18, but bobbles and gives it away, and it's sent away. San Antonio this year, now 10 road goals on the year by 10 different players. A diverse collection of men that have scored in their 8 road games now for the year. Overall, 12 goal scorers for the season. The Lights have 13 total goals as a team. It's almost as many as the players that San Antonio have had score. Rosarena. Garting up for Nigro. Nigro has to rotate it around. Was some space over there for a minute, but Neville comes over and takes it back. Cannot win it past. A fine defensive effort there from Herbert, who launches this down the field. Out again is Sanchez. Gannon hustles after it. Gannon keeps it in play. Numbers flood the box now for the Lights.
Brave bit of goalkeeping there from Sanchez, high off his line. Not afraid to win the ball with his head. Good positioning again from the goalkeeper. A little bit braver than I might have been in that situation, but he does a good job cutting out that through ball, clearing the danger, and that's something that a back line loves out of their goalkeeper. If they don't have to worry about those through balls because they know their goalkeeper's playing high off their line and they can trust him in those decisions, it's such a relief for that back line. But a good job there from the goalkeeper off of a dangerous ball into the back from Las Vegas.
Is that a teachable attribute for a keeper, or is that just something that's natural?
That's something that I actually started working on as the game continued to evolve. So for the goalkeeper position, anybody that's been watching the game of football lately, they've seen how the goalkeeper has to play higher off their line. They need to play a little bit more involved with their feet, play a little bit more of that sweeper keeper type of role. So late in my career, that was something that our coach came in when they started implementing that. We worked on headers consistently, through balls coming in, being brave, coming off and winning the ball with your head. I think maybe I had to do it once in my life, but it wasn't as much danger as that situation was. It was a little bit more of a clear path for me to win the ball with my head.
That was one of the things that Carlos Llamosa talked about. He wants to see Sanchez improve his passing and quality on the ball because they want to be able to add that element into their build. Have him almost be another field player. That is one of the big things that have changed so much about this sport in the last couple of years. A goalkeeper almost becoming an extra field player so those center backs can play very wide in the build.
Well, the fun part of my story that ties it all together is that coaching staff that had me heading the ball, Carlos Llamosa, was the head assistant of that coaching staff. So it makes sense that, you know, that's how he wants to see Sanchez play, because that's something that's continued from his time at the Portland Timbers.
That ball rolls forward. Pacheco misses on the first chance, turns around, and rifles it high. The USL on ESPN2 sees the USL Championship's Western Conference powerhouse Phoenix Rising take on surging Eastern Conference side Tampa Bay Rowdies, all of a sudden playing well in a Saturday night showdown. It's next Saturday, August 16th. That's a 9 p.m. Eastern kick, 6 p.m. Pacific on ESPN2. So you were almost a test subject for what the goalkeeper has become now.
Me personally, because I never played that way before, I was absolutely a test subject, but I'm definitely not the example of every goalkeeper out there.
Final 5 minutes or so here in this first half. Will the Lights be able to pull level before halftime? Will San Antonio be able to take a lead into the break? Sanchez with some pressure. Leaves it to the wide side. Coroniale loses possession. Gannon has been all over the field. His effort has done very well. He asked for a foul, but does not get it. Instead, it's Pearson on the takeaway. Gannon's still frustrated that he didn't get the call.
Those are those moments, though, for San Antonio. If you're going to play out of the back, those are the types of balls that I'm sure Coach Carlos Somoza does not want his goalkeeper to play. He plays the ball to his center back. His center back has his back to the open field. There's a forward pressing onto him. If you're going to play out of the back, you want to put your players in situations where they can have a little bit more success than that. You don't want to play out of the back just to say that you're playing out of the back. So recognizing in-game situations, in-game awareness where maybe I shouldn't play out of the back in this situation. Maybe it's better for me to try to find that midfielder. Maybe it's better for me to try to clear the ball up the lines a little bit more so I'm not putting my own defenders in these types of difficult situations, because when that ball turns over, you're so disjointed, you're so spread out that it makes it hard to get those recovery runs back inside. And you're just setting yourself up for a little bit of a disaster.
But it helps when Gannon commits a foul like that. You can see the spread of the middle of the field on that last restart. Buckmaster goes down. Hey, Lights fans, you can scan the QR code on your screen to check out the new family 4-pack. It's 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, and a couple popcorn boxes. Save more than 28 bucks. Get those tickets the rest of the way. Scan that QR code now.
It's a good deal right there.
Can't beat that.
You really can't.
Perfect way to get the family to the park. Check out this Lights team that might have a surge in them before the end of the year. They need an equalizing goal here before halftime. San Antonio have other thoughts. That will get shut down. Lays it back into the box. This goes. It's a second ball. How about a Rosarena? Almost shocked by Buckmaster's chance. Pops it into the sky and casually catches.
Well, we talked about how Rosarena was going to need to have a big game, but it's a good ball in here from Hawkinson outside of the boot. And look at that reaction save on that snap header. Buckmaster finding him space in behind that back line, finds his space right at that near post. Hawkinson with that great outside of the football in, that outswinger, nothing that Rosarena can do on the cross, but he keeps himself calm, able to make that reaction save, get that hand to that ball, keeping his team in it. Another big time save. That's 2 of them so far for Rosarena. He's been up to the task here early in this one.
If you're just joining us, Lucio Bron scored in the 18th minute, and that has San Antonio out in front 1-0. Las Vegas have lost 4 in a row. They haven't won since June 21st. San Antonio, meanwhile, they are unbeaten in their last 36 matches when they lead at halftime. And a foul whistled here. Back behind the play, Gerald Flores will stop the action.
Let's get another look at it here. Oh, just 2 players coming together, both going for the ball. Just a hard hit collision here.
Niger and LaCava come together at midfield. Both down, both needing medical attention here. And it looks like maybe Jake LaCava got the wrong side of this.
I think it was a shoulder. I think it was a shoulder of Nigra that went right into his chest.
LaCava was acquired roughly a year ago. Had a breakout campaign in 2022 in Tampa with 12 goals. But on a brilliant night here in Las Vegas, His side leads it 1-0 in this 13th meeting between San Antonio and Las Vegas. It'll be an interesting halftime for Devin Rensing. I think in totality, if you're the Lights, feel good about how you've played. There have been signs there for sure. Some things to tweak. But as we know, it's a results business, and I know that Devin Rensing would love to see his team come away with a result of some kind tonight. Could be a momentum builder for the stretch run.
Well, I do think you've seen the differences early in his tenure right now in the first half. They've been on the ball more. They're trying to play a little bit more. They're pressing higher up the field to turn San Antonio over. So we have seen those little subtle differences. You knew that Rosarino was going to have to make big saves for this team to stay in the game tonight because defensively they're still a big-time work in progress. But outside of the one goal, Rosarino's made a couple big saves. But I think Las Vegas has had a good job. They've done a good job on the ball tonight. They haven't really created those very dangerous chances, but you're seeing it start to click a little bit more in terms of moving the ball, playing the ball on the ground, being more dynamic, and not being afraid to press higher up the field to try to turn the San Antonio team over.
4 minutes of stoppage time here in this first half of play. LaCava back on the field, evaded that first man. Pacheco gets the return feed as he retreats back. Picked up here on the giveaway. Leal leads it forward. Options across the field, and now it hooks around. Rodriguez out of his reach.
It's the right idea there. It's a good run from Rodriguez, peeling off that back shoulder. Just a little bit out of reach on that through ball, but it's the right idea.
Again and again pressures, and he does commit the foul this time.
He's bought into the high pressing environment of the new head coach. He's been all over the place. A bit of a menace here on this left side for Las Vegas.
Gannon started at Atlanta United's academy level, Atlanta United 2, then went to Columbus Crew 2, won an MLS Next Pro Championship. He's hungry to make an impact and has been the best man on the field for Las Vegas so far tonight. High arcing ball that will miss Gannon entirely as it goes out. A couple minutes through stoppage time here in this matchup. San Antonio 33 wins, 3 draws in their last 36 when they lead at halftime. You have to go back to October of 2021, the last time that they lost a match when they led at the break. So the challenge is monumental right now, but pressure again, and I thought they were going to take that one away initially, but they do force the giveaway at midfield. Nigro. Pearson slows it down. Pearson on that sideline, off of a man's backside, and a throw in here with about a minute to go here in this first half. Good ball forward here. Pickering turns. Pickering shoots. It's a man's foot and goes out as we get a corner kick here, brought to you by the Richard Harris Law Firm.
You're starting to see it from this Las Vegas group now. Playing the ball on the ground, tight turns in spaces, creating these different opportunities, getting numbers up the field, getting more numbers inside the box. This will be a huge moment here for this Vegas team if they're able to get some in this late first half.
Gennaro Nigro prepares, slingshots. This is the First head of a teammate. Gannon now retreats. Is kept in play there by Budari. Leaves it right back. Hawkinson clears. And that's your first half whistle. San Antonio 1, Las Vegas 0 at the break. What's your assessment of what we saw in this first half?
I think San Antonio did a very good job of being opportunistic with their chances. They had a few chances. They were able to get this ball wide, cross it in. You saw the goal that came off of the deflection, came off of a little bit against the run of play. So being a good job, being opportunistic. But on the flip side, I do think Las Vegas has done a much better job of being more composed than we've seen of this group. They've done a good job of weathering some of the storms that San Antonio has been able to produce, but also being a little bit more dynamic on the ball, being a little bit more confident with their play. But ultimately, San Antonio does have this 1-goal lead. It's going to be up to Las Vegas to respond, but I do think that they're going to regroup a little bit at halftime and have a good response, because you can tell that the energy is right for this one, for this Las Vegas group.
It feels like we're in for a good finish in this one, but San Antonio has the upper hand through 45 minutes of play. 1-0, San Antonio out in front here in the Sin City. We'll step out for a break. Plenty more to come when we return in a moment.
At comprehensive cancer centers, the most advanced treatments and breakthrough research are helping our patients thrive. But some of our most powerful treatments are preventative. This begins together in our community through awareness, outreach, education, and support. From healthier living and self-checks to screening for early detection, we can now find and treat some cancers before they strike. We're doing this together, Southern Nevada, and teamwork saves lives.
What is your favorite eat naked meal? The basil, no? I'll say the Thai basil.
Lemon and herb chicken. Thai basil chicken.
I think it's like a chicken fettuccine with red sauce or something, basil red sauce.
The chicken with the white sauce. No, I don't know what it's called, but it's really good. Really, really good.
So it's the Thai basil. Thai basil is the best.
Yeah, the Thai basil chicken. Super hit.
My name is Melvin Hicks. Friends call me, and all the people call me Mr. Hicks. I appreciate you guys. I'm here because this is my job. This is what I do. I mean, it's a exciting time to just be here with the team. I love it, man, and get to do the ushering and get to do the gatekeeping here. This place right here is fantastic, and the energy never misses, because you know why? We got the greatest team ever. The Lights. You see what I'm saying?
Hello, my name is Ramon Martin del Campo, City of Henderson police officer and former Las Vegas Lights team captain. My mother, Susie, desperately waited for a second chance after years of fighting kidney disease. Through a paired kidney exchange program, she was able to receive the gift of life through transplant. Currently, about 85% of Americans waiting need a kidney transplant. I am a living kidney donor. Nevadans are giving. Join us at wearenevadans.org.
Today's halftime is presented by Southern Nevada Water Authority. Remember to change your watering clocks for the spring. Water plants and trees up to 2 days a week. San Antonio 1, Las Vegas 0 at the break. Some fun action in USL League Two and the USLW League. For a recap of the finals, let's take a look.
USL 2 National Championship between Ballard FC and the Vermont Green. This is a moment very few of us have ever seen. This is a special moment for soccer and for Burlington. It is going to be a big one. These two teams are loaded with talent. They've both led their conferences, their divisions throughout the year, and a chance for Ballard to make it 2 titles in 3 years, and a chance for Vermont Green to do something no one has done since 2010 and go perfect. And around 3 points to the spot. He rolls it off the post and in. And Vermont Green take the lead in the National Championship at Virtue Field. And there he is, coast to top once again. Ingay recovers it, curls it back in. Marshall puts it on, and Kilgore, the National Championship goal scorer in NCAA, puts it in their first ever USL title. And green is the color of victory once again in Burlington, Vermont.
BYU is the place to be here tonight as Utah United and NC Courage battling out here for a national championship.
NC Courage looking to defend their title, and Utah United looking to make some history with the first expansion team to win a USL W League final.
Now another shot that falls, it goes in the back of the net! And just like that, Utah United off the foot of Evans Tostado. And now Blum puts it in the back of the net. It's 3-0. Sends one in the back of the net. It's 4-0.
Prinks Tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines, from early mornings to late nights, from fun with friends to winner takes all, from the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks Tires will be there for the long haul.
Another corner kick, and it's perfect for Tampa Bay!
Little one-touch, Aveyevu. Aveyevu sets it up, Aveyevu!
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood a day. Pound of wood a day.
Pound of wood a day. Pound of wood a day.
What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
At comprehensive cancer centers, the most advanced treatments and breakthrough research are helping our patients thrive. But some of our most powerful treatments are preventative. This begins together in our community through awareness, outreach, education, and support. From healthier living and self-checks to screening for early detection, we can now find and treat some cancers before they strike. We're doing this together, Southern Nevada, and teamwork saves lives.
Halftime here in Las Vegas. It's San Antonio 1 and Las Vegas 0 on our SNWA halftime report as we take a look at the news and the notes from the USL presented by Payblocks. Of course, Devin Rensing is here. First match here tonight. Tampa Bay extended their undefeated streak against the 11 to 10 consecutive matches. In fact, 3 of the 5 longest streaks in league history, team versus team, are currently active. Tampa's got the 5th longest. And Trevor Amon is heading to FC Tulsa. And the rich get richer. The top team in the West has the former USL League One Golden Boot winner on a transfer from Sacramento Republic. Let's take a look at tonight's out-of-town scores on a 12-match night in the USL, brought to you by Silk Title Co. And Forster Jago and Michael Adedokan score for Lexington. 2-0, the victory against Phoenix. A couple scoreless draws in there as well. How about the unluckiness for for Indy 11 rather. Detroit City gets the lone goal in the match on an own goal in that game. Evan Conway and Perez score for North Carolina in a 2-1 win over Tampa Bay. And then looking at some of the other matches, Lou City left no doubt against Charleston. 4-1 winners in that. A first half brace from Jansen Wilson, 4 first half goals. And Lou City runs away with that match. Hartford beats Birmingham 4-1. They scored twice in second half stoppage time. Amadou Dieng with a brace in that one, and it was a 2-1 lead at halftime for New Mexico, and then 4 second half goals from FC Tulsa. And Colorado Springs has scored twice to take the 2-1 edge against Oakland. In the last game of the night, Sacramento Monterey Bay just getting started over in Sacramento. Halftime here in Las Vegas. It is a 1-0 edge for San Antonio. What happens in half number 2? Highlights, second half kick is next.
As a stylist, I know it can be hard to find time for a haircut. With the Great Clips app, you can put your name on the list from anywhere and head to the salon when it's time for your cut. A great haircut plus more time for what you love. That's Great Clips.
Tonight's match is brought to you by Desert Radiology and by Comprehensive Cancer Centers. We roll the highlights from the opening half of this match. Las Vegas and San Antonio, and a couple early chances in this one. And Raiko Rosarena had to stop that ball early. He's made a couple big saves.
He's done a good job of keeping his team in the game today. Couple big saves in the first half. Easily could have been down a couple more goals here for this Las Vegas side. Doing a good job getting himself across that goal. But I do like this set piece from San Antonio. They peel off that backside, put that ball into the far post, play it across. Able to get that header, but a better job from Rosarena getting himself across the goal. As we get another look at it here. Las Vegas doing the defending, but this is really what has been the difference in this game so far. It's this positive first touch here, the deflection. Nothing that Rosarena could do here. You try to get his hands to it, try to make this recovery save. A save that I do think you would like to have back, but it's really this first touch. Look at that drag touch. That's the deflection that it takes. A wicked deflection. Unfortunately for Las Vegas, he's not able to keep the ball out of the net, but that's been the difference in this game so far. That's Barone able to get his first goal of his professional career off that deflection. Positive response here. That's something we haven't seen from this Vegas group recently. And we talk about a player who's been all over the place. He has just been a menace here on this far post, causing lots of havoc here on the back line. Unfortunately for theirs, that curling ball out that just doesn't find the back post for Gannon, but it was a good effort here. Let's take a look at the stats again. San Antonio dominating the possession. They've been able to maintain possession of the ball, but I do like what Las Vegas has done in terms of getting themselves forward. They need to get more shots on target. They need to be a little bit more composed, but they are pressing higher up the field. And for San Antonio, try to stay calm. Try to make sure that you're not giving the ball away in the back as Las Vegas continues to press higher up the field. Try to keep things in front of you and be just as opportunistic as you were in the first half.
Numbers don't tell the whole story. Las Vegas with signs of life here in front of a brilliant sky here tonight in Las Vegas. That is fine work by our crew there. That is cinematic.
Quite a shot that was. Beautiful moon, beautiful select soccer ball. Good stuff.
Perfect dissolves into our second half kick. San Antonio in the white kits. It's the black and blues for Las Vegas. San Antonio lead it 1-0. They're unbeaten in their last 36 when they lead at halftime. Michael Watring, the former MLS keeper, Jeff Antonella, and the rest of our crew with you here tonight. Will tonight be the night that Las Vegas come back and snap a 4-match losing string, or will San Antonio make it unbeaten in 8 of the last 9 meetings between these two sides? Second half underway here. What adjustments will we see from the lights in half number 2? Devin Rensing's first halftime speech to his group. And a new look for this Las Vegas team, but similar results. Fewest goals scored in the league, most goals allowed in the league this season. But signs of life for perhaps a change here in Las Vegas with the stretch run looming over the next couple months. Here's Boudadi across midfield as the ball rolls in front of him. Boudadi debates. Pearson shifts fields. Leal. Boudadi. Good turn here from Pearson. Flag up though for offside on Rodriguez.
Just too far ahead of the play there, Rodriguez. That's a few times now where San Antonio's done a good job of holding that back line higher than the Las Vegas forwards. Just a little bit better recognition here from the Las Vegas group, because that spacing behind is on, but you just have to time those runs better.
Devin Rensing said that when he looked at this match against San Antonio, he said, how much of our tactics can we enforce on San Antonio? It's a really good team, very experienced back line. But what he wanted to see out of his team was to not absorb so much against this side. Yes, the possession numbers are there, but has felt like there have been times where they have flexed their muscles, particularly in their high press. Just hasn't come frequently enough, and in the end, there just hasn't been as much advancement, and that's one of the other players. He wants a team that can be an aggressor. He wants a team with confidence and needs to see a team that searches for high percentage shots and crosses. Pickering, who Rensing coached in Memphis for a couple seasons, rolls out, throwing for San Antonio. Gannon steps right in front and forces the giveaway, but that ball is crushed right off of his kneecap.
He's been busy tonight, very active on this press.
Gannon again steps up. Will that lead to anything for Las Vegas? Gannon has really showcased his skills for the new coach. Pearson. That deflection actually works out for the Lights. Here's Boudadi. Boudadi crosses. Gannon looms. San Antonio sweeps it away. Yartig retreats and gathers. Rosarena made 2 big saves in that first half. But pummels this out. The Las Vegas Lights are proud to be working with Desert Radiology as their official imaging partner for the 2025 season. And we're going to get a booking here from Harvey Neville. Taking too long to take this throw. And Gerald Flores had seen enough. So he joins Barone in the books. Neither side made any changes in halftime. There's some good talent still on the bench for both sides. Budati races onto this. Rolls it forward quickly to get there is Leal. He goes down. And it's a penalty. Tainer commits the foul, and Las Vegas have a chance to tie it.
Pleading his case here with the referee. Tainer did not see it this way, but it's Budati who slips his ball in behind. It's a good overlapping run, and it's Leal. Oh, makes a meal of it. Got the referee on this one. Tainer has a good case here. No contact. The foot was left in there just a little bit. You have to give Leal credit. You're in Las Vegas. It's a good place for shows, and he does a good job of hitting the deck. But it's that little trail foot there from Tainer. Leal sees it sticking out, decides to hit the deck, gets the referee to make the call. But it's a good build-up play from Vegas, something that we really haven't seen, moving that ball side to side. They created this opportunity, but now let's see if Rodriguez can make the most of the opportunity that the ref has given him.
Johnny Rodriguez, the team's leading goal scorer. And before it even happens, a tumble. From Tainer.
Trying to send a message here to the referee.
Dennis Sanchez awaits. Johnny Rodriguez rockets into the net. Las Vegas tie it. Johnny Rodriguez is 7th. Pulls the Lights level at 1.
Las Vegas gets the response that they were looking for. It's a good penalty kick there from Vegas, but if you get another look at it here, no contact. Leal hits the deck, gets the referee to make the call. Rodriguez doing a good job. Look at him here. He looks like he's going to open up his hip. That's why Sanchez ends up diving to his left, but instead of opening up his hip, he ends up closing it at the last second, blasts the ball down the middle. And ultimately, not much Sanchez can do on that one as he guesses the wrong way. We talked about San Antonio being opportunistic in the first half. Opportunistic there from Las Vegas, able to draw that penalty, but they got themselves back into this game. They had the response, and now we've got ourselves a ball game here in the Sin City.
How about that from Las Vegas? Their first shot on target in this match goes in the net. Dennis Sanchez has faced 5 penalties this year. He has not stopped 1. And all level now, a goal apiece. The only win that Las Vegas have in the last 9 meetings against San Antonio was last April on this pitch. Sean Smart, who is out for tonight's game, scored the lone goal, 1-0. Here's pressure, it's taken away. Hawkinson lays it forward into space. That ball is stabbed at and just does roll wide, and not by much by LaCava.
San Antonio with this good response. Vegas needs to be careful the way that they're possessing out of the back. That ball turns over. Hawkinson able to slip him in just a little bit wide there. But again, that comes off of Las Vegas just not being smart with the ball in the back. Whenever you have a team pressing like that, San Antonio's pressing, they're throwing numbers. You don't need to play that ball out of the back. You don't need to put your defenders in those difficult situations. You just scored a goal. The last thing that you want to do is give San Antonio that type of momentum back. Just be a little bit more careful with the ball. Lucky not to give up another one there.
Yeah, we talked about the response that Las Vegas had after they conceded in that first half. They did a much better job getting moments in the attack. Their best chance came a few minutes after they conceded in the first half. Last thing that they can afford to do after gaining some momentum is to let that one slide away as Gannon gets shoved, and yet again he asks for a foul and does not hear a whistle. Doesn't stop him from running all over the field. And Tainer ships it to midfield. Sanchez is over to pick it up. Las Vegas have only scored multiple goals 3 times all year long. The good news is they won't be shut out for the 10th time this season. Rhode Island has now been shut out 11 times on the year after drawing 0-0 against Loudoun earlier tonight. That's the only team with more times shut out than this Las Vegas team. But here in the new era of the Devin Rensing, LaCava chases. LaCava has another gear, gets there first, but wins a corner kick out of this. A sliding stop by Herbert.
You said it, another gear there. Turned on the boosters. It looked like there was no chance that he was going to get to that ball, but he's able to slip off that back shoulder, put in the effort, draw the corner kick for his team. We mentioned it a couple minutes ago, but a good response there from San Antonio. They felt hard done on the penalty kick, which is probably, was the wrong decision when we looked at the replay, but a good response from San Antonio, trying to get themselves back into this game, back in the front foot.
Harvey Neville heads over to take this corner. Neville connects. Out swinging ball. Pacheco was the closest man to it. Las Vegas get the ball out across midfield. Good touch by Sanchez. Tainer. Tainer up the pitch. Taken away. Rodriguez doesn't get there first, however. Hernandez. Neville. Quick turn from the goal scorer, Baron. Dodges 2 men. Keeps the ball in play. And then just gives it away right in the middle of the field. You can see the reaction of Carlos Gamosa right at the bottom of the screen. That was a needless moment. The foul is committed by Pacheco as well.
Caught a cramp there on that foul. Universal signal. Just getting a look at it here. It's that late challenge there from Pacheco. But it seems like it just might have caused something in the calf, a little bit of a cramp there once he hit the deck. Up and moving again though.
Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big league, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Closing in on the 1 hour mark of this match. We're all level at 1 apiece. San Antonio led at halftime, thanks to Lucio Baron's first career professional goal in the 18th minute. But Patrick Leal drew a penalty in the 52nd minute, and Johnny Rodriguez scored for the 7th time this season to level the score at 1 apiece. Michael Watering, Jeff Antonella, and the rest of our team watching this one with you. 30 more minutes to go in the first match, coached by Devin Rensing, hired from Charleston Battery on August 4th. Might his era begin with a moment to remember here tonight against the San Antonio side that is looking for its 3rd win in the last 4. Ball taken away. LaCava leaves it over. Space, time, crossbar.
Well, San Antonio does everything right on this build-up. As we get another look at it here, it's a good ball in, ball laid across. Good overlapping run off the crossbar, absolutely rattles the crossbar. It's Hernandez making that overlapping run. Pacheco doing a good job of leaving it. Good build-up play, good overlapping run. Fortunately for Las Vegas, luck might be turning on their side now, but fortunately for Las Vegas, Hernandez shot hits the crossbar, rattles the crossbar. Not out of trouble yet, as we've talked about. Set piece in a dangerous spot, especially on this small field, but good build-up play from San Antonio, just unable to put that ball in the back of the net.
Another warning shot from the visitors. And off the restart, Neville in. That ball skims across, and Arozarena is over to catch it.
What I really like about that build-up from San Antonio is that that's Hernandez making that run from that right side, continuing his run because he saw the space. He sees the space in the back line. He knows that Pacheco is checking to the ball. He has that overlapping run. He makes that run from a deep position. You're getting those late midfield runs to create that opportunity. Like I said, they did everything right, but put the ball in the back of the net.
Hey, Lights fans, scan the QR code on your screen for more on the official protein drink of your Las Vegas Lights. Or visit drinkpromino.com. Stojanovic steps over to press. San Antonio once again being patient. Mitchell Tainer. Neville. Budani steps in. A collision. Rodriguez cannot hold on to it. Neville cuts it across, but right in the waiting path over there of Nigro, who uncorks one. It is Gannon. Gannon debates. Gannon crushes this ball. And I don't know how that one doesn't catch more of the frame.
We've seen this Las Vegas group have some success moving that ball side to side. That's what the penalty kick comes off of. And Gannon, again, we've talked about it. He's been a menace tonight. He's been all over the place offensively and defensively. Takes that touch inside, but unfortunately, he just hits it with that wrong part of his foot. So instead of curling that ball into that far post, the ball ultimately ends up curling away. With the two good chances that we've really seen this Las Vegas group have, the penalty and now this, that ball is moving from side to side. It's that quick diagonal ball to move the ball from the right side to the left side, give Gannon that space so that he could take the opportunity 1v1. There's the same thing that we saw on the penalty. One ball from the left side to the right side. Next thing you know, they're in behind. Just a little bit more direct with those diagonal balls, and it's been successful for this Las Vegas group.
Budani has it as the Lights look to get their first lead of this match. High arcing ball all the way across, out of the reach of Gannon. San Antonio have a couple men ready to come into this match, and they will use it right now. So it's going to be the team's leading goal scorer, Jorge Hernandez, coming in, 7 goals for the season. And Jimmy Miranda as well coming in. That duo replaces Neville and Pacheco. So those are our first subs of the game as well. Substitutions presented by Payblocks. Miranda has a couple assists for the Colombian as well. Only 5 minutes remain in this one. A goal aside so far. San Antonio have either scored a bunch of goals on the road or they've been shut out. They don't have one match this year where they've scored just 1 goal. Miranda somehow splits that seam, gets the ball forward, and then Hernandez goes down. Let's see, I didn't hear a foul whistle, and Herbert is going to get booked for this. I didn't see a point for a foul initially.
Just get another look at it here. Oh, it's that hand in the face there. Herbert, he sticks his hand up. He's trying to keep Hernandez away from the ball. Looking to put his hand on his chest. Hernandez feels that contact to the face. Smart play there from Hernandez. Able to get that yellow card for Herbert. We've seen some gamesmanship in this one.
It's 2 teams very much vying for important positions on the table. It's the San Antonio side that is trying to at least stay in the picture with FC Tulsa. Cross goes around and Arozarena is there. Catching it out of the sky. San Antonio sitting 3rd on the table right now. If Sacramento were to hold on to their 1-0 advantage, San Antonio would be 10 points behind FC Tulsa. And meanwhile, Las Vegas trying to keep tabs on the 8th and final playoff position. They sit right now 5 points off the pace if this result holds. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. That ball stays in play and right in the path of Gannon. Gannon has been close tonight, leaves it behind. Stojanovic wanted it. Instead, it rolls over here for Budati. Budati bounces it right into the path of Miranda. He springs away. Budati comes back, wins the ball cleanly. Good hustle on the recovery run.
Yeah, great recovery defense there. Now we're starting to see this Las Vegas team settle in a little bit, have a little bit more joy with the ball, getting comfortable.
Offside flag up this time. Shots are 7-4 in favor of San Antonio. Just a shot aside so far here in the second half. Lights have the penalty kick, equalizer from Rodriguez in the 53rd.
That's 3 or 4 times now that we've seen a good build-up from Las Vegas just ruined because they're a little bit late getting themselves back on sides. Just a little bit more recognition of where that line is.
Let's see how they handle this build this time. Rodriguez bounces off of a defender. Miranda gets over there first. Tainer clears it up the park. And back for Sanchez. 20 minutes or so remains. Tied at 1 between Las Vegas and San Antonio. Miranda. Gannon pressures. Gannon nearly took that one away again. And a foul. Disagreement from Budati.
I know San Antonio wants to play out of the back, but they need to be careful. Las Vegas is throwing numbers forward. Gannon doing a great job of setting the press, really been dictating the entire pressure for this Las Vegas group, and now other players are starting to buy into it. Just so many passes around this San Antonio back line where the players' their backs are to the field, they're facing their goal. Those are dangerous spots to have that possession, especially with the way that Las Vegas is throwing numbers forward. Just need to be a little bit more careful with when you decide to play.
There's a shove and a foul. It does feel like there have been one or two moments in this game where San Antonio could have been penalized for those chances. If they keep flirting with that, Las Vegas might just take advantage. Here's Gannon. Gannon dances. Coleman Gannon crosses it over. Stojanovic can't get enough on it. Budati. Rodriguez brings it in. Pearson. Nigro calls. Gannon has a pocket, dashes. Coleman Gannon trying to find space. Gannon has the ball poked away from him and out for a corner kick here. Brought to you by the Richard Harris Law Firm. Corner kick for Gennaro Nigro and Las Vegas. And it looks like actually Christopher Pearson is going to head over in that direction, the 22-year-old Jamaican. Pearson pounds this ball in, and he's going to want a second chance of that one after he barely got it to the chalk of the 6-yard box. Let's see how Pearson does with his second. Pearson slingshots. Sanchez was late to get to it. It's headed high and over the bar and out for a goal kick. And Las Vegas looks like they're getting ready for their first change of the night. Joe Jouw is getting ready to come in. Here's that pressure again. Gannon nearly took that one away. Rodriguez hustles after it. And it's a foul given, and Rodriguez is booked.
But San Antonio is really playing with fire, building out of the back like this. It hasn't been clean, it hasn't been crisp. Las Vegas is throwing these numbers forward. Rodriguez just all over his back. I'm not sure it's deserving of a yellow card. He's just trying to apply that pressure. Barone doing a good job of shielding with his body. Could feel a little bit hard done with the yellow card, but if you're San Antonio, be careful with the ball back here. It's just been 3 or 4 times now where they're just avoiding disaster in the back with the ball the way that they're playing it, and the way that Las Vegas has been able to apply this pressure.
Change for each side here in the 74th minute, brought to you by Pay Blocks. It is Jouw coming in. He replaces Nate Pickering. And the other change for San Antonio sees Dmitry Erofeev come in and replace Amir Soto. We're going to use this as a hydration break. Brought to you by Flow Natural Spring Water. And in a 1-1 match, we recap how we got to this point. In the first half, San Antonio had the opening goal. They flexed their muscles in the 18th minute. Lucio Barone, his first goal since his sophomore year of college in 2022. And Rosarena nearly saved that ball.
Rosarena, he's played some heroics tonight, but unfortunately wasn't able to do it on this one. Just a wicked deflection on its way in.
And then in the 52nd minute, Leal draws the penalty against Tanner, much to his disbelief. And Johnny Rodriguez does as he so typically accomplishes, finishing the goal to tie the score in the 53rd minute and level the terms at a goal apiece in this matchup. And with a quarter hour to play in this, in Devin Rensing's debut here in Las Vegas as the gaffer, he tries to pull the right strings for his Las Vegas Lights team. If they can get a result out of this, it could propel this team to a strong finish of the year.
Well, they've been fun to watch offensively. I think they've done a really good job of controlling the ball, possessing the ball better than they had been doing earlier in this season. You can already see the coach's imprint on this team. They're pressing higher up the field. They're not sitting back. Not afraid to try to take it to this San Antonio team. And you could tell that penalty kick goal, getting that goal just has sparked this team quite a bit. They've been pretty dominant. They've been controlling the flow of the game ever since that goal. Now if you're San Antonio, just get control of the ball a little bit more. Be a little bit smarter with your passes in the back. Don't feed into this Las Vegas momentum.
There are 11 matches to go after tonight's game.
It's a great switch of the ball there. That's a great way to alleviate that pressure. Just a ball from the center back, ping it all the way across to that midfielder who's in that space. That's one way to make sure that Las Vegas has to drop their defense back.
That's exactly what happens after that. Now they come again. Rodriguez forces the initial pass. Medranda. It's a giveaway, but yet again, Medranda recovers. Loops it along the sideline. Cross in from LaCava. Fired away and out, but concedes a corner for San Antonio.
LaCava's been busy tonight as well. Haven't seen him pop up on the score sheet yet, but he's been all over the place in terms of getting the ball, getting behind these back lines, putting crosses in, drawing fouls.
Jorge Hernandez, 2023 USL Championship Playmaker of the Year. This is where he can excel. Hernandez hurls over the head of one man, appeals for a penalty. Gerald Flores promptly says there's nothing in that. And now Sanchez back out to midfield to reset. Hernandez backpedals. San Antonio trying to regain its shape. Two center backs get now back behind. Dennis Sanchez. Stojanovic pressures. Hernandez dances, glides. LaCava. Tainer surges. Hernandez rolls it forward. There's space here. Jorge Hernandez crosses it through. There's plenty of space there. And Alex Croniale misses everything.
Well, that's what we talked about in the open. You need to finish your chances. It's this Hernandez to Hernandez connection, and it's a perfectly laid back ball. The ball's bouncing just a little bit, but no excuses there to not hit the target. He's leaning back. He's not over the ball. Just a great opportunity from around the PK spot. And that's exactly what head coach Carlos Somoza was talking about. You need to finish your chances. Put that ball into the back of the net. I know it's a center back. He's playing a little bit higher up the field, but what a great chance to put yourself back into the lead.
Carlos Somoza talked about that. There's 3 to 5 chances a game. Gannon lays it back. Get back to that point in a moment. Across the field and over the head of Rodriguez. But he said there's 3 to 5 chances a game that they've missed and that they've lost points on. They've had chances to either finish games or be able to get points at the end of games that they just lose a couple minutes here and there. And that would ultimately cost them points on the table and has forced them to hold on for dear life at the end. And that has been the case so far here tonight with about 10 minutes to go. They've missed a couple chances. Rosarena has made some saves. And here's this last play with Rodriguez jumping into the sky and couldn't quite quite get there and injures himself in doing so. So Johnny Rodriguez is going to have to come off the field here as well. And it's going to be Nate Jones that replaces him.
Thank you.
Colorado Springs has beaten Oakland Roots. So that means that the Switchbacks have jumped into a tie for 6th on the table. And what that means for the Lights is, as it stands right now, if everything else holds, they would be 5 points off of a playoff spot, but even better, 5 points off of 6th place. There are 3 teams tied with 24 points. If they can somehow get a win in this one, talk about putting yourself in a spot to get out of the cellar in the West. You also put yourself a result away from getting right back into the playoff picture. So Jones back on the pitch. Subs brought to you by Payblocks. High and over the top. It skims off of a head and rolls out. San Antonio have been close, adding a second. Haven't done so yet. Medranda slices it across. Good switch here. And Rofeev unable to get it back. It's a good read there and a takeaway. And now rolling it into space. Stojanovic unable to beat Tanner to it. But it is a throw for Las Vegas, and San Antonio have 2 more changes coming. Abdi Salim and Juan Agudelo are coming in. The former U.S. men's national team star will try to regain the form that he had last season, as he scores just 1 time so far this year. And somebody missed their high school reunion just to see Juan Agudelo play, his favorite player for the U.S. men's national team. He's here today making his plea for the shirt of the former U.S. men's national team star.
I mean, you have to give it to him at this point, right? See what Agudelo could do here. Comes into this game. They brought him in here. They want to see goals scored. Late substitute. See what he has in the tank right now. Bring in a little bit of fresh energy. See if he can get on the end of a cross. Maybe create a little bit something on top of the box. And then after the game, absolutely give that fan his jersey.
LaCava and Nicky Hernandez were the 2 that came off. Well, that's assuming that nobody in the Las Vegas side wants to get that kit first. Hawkinson rolls it behind. Arofeev appeals for a handball. Hawkinson, though, resettles as no whistle comes. Looked like it actually hit the backside. Didn't look like it hit the hand. Good call by Gerald Flores. Will we have a winner in us tonight between one of these 2 teams? It's taken away. It's Zhao. Gannon begins his run. Can they separate? Joe Zhao tries to find space. Zhao rolls it wide.
Zhao doing a good job here of taking this space, but it would have been nice to see a little bit more of a dynamic run. Zhao ends up just running that straight line. I know that Gannon, he's been working extremely hard tonight, but maybe if he can make that overlapping run so Zhao can drive that ball inside. Just a little bit more variety, make it a little bit more challenging for the 2 San Antonio defenders. But instead it's Zhao. He dribbles down that straight line, yanks that ball a little bit wide, but again, a good turnover. Good counter-attacking play here from this Vegas side.
Nigro slides to push that ball out. Hey, Lights fans, scan the QR code on your screen to find out how you can save on tickets through Flex Plans. Save up to 35% now. Be sure to scan the QR code or visit LasVegasLightsFC.com/Flex Plans. Signs are good for Las Vegas under the new coach, Devin Rensing. His first match since being hired after the last 2+ years with Charleston as an assistant for Ben Pierman. But can they now see this one all the way through to its conclusion? Bodies go down. There is no foul. Miranda knocks it away from Stojanovic. Here comes San Antonio now. It is Hernandez. Hernandez hammers into a defender. Hernandez again. Erofeev. It's a foul on Dmitry Erofeev.
You can tell this San Antonio bench, just watching the reactions of the coach, is very frustrated with the referee tonight ever since that penalty call. But I do think the referee gets it right on this one. Might have gotten the ball first. I think San Antonio's coaching staff is right to have a little bit of a gripe so far, but
see how this one finishes tonight. Lucio Barón scored back in the 18th minute for San Antonio. Johnny Rodriguez's penalty kick in the 53rd tied it up. Raiko Rosarena has made a couple key saves here tonight. Alongside the former MLS goalkeeper, Jeff Attinella, Michael Watring, and the rest of our team with you here in Las Vegas, guiding you to the finish line. Seeing if one of these two sides have a winner before the night's over. Zhao had it, and he's the one that commits the foul. No, check that. Aaron Flores pointed the wrong way, and indeed it is a foul against San Antonio. Budati puts it back into play. Long ball forward here, brought in by Stojanovic. Able to get the ball back to a teammate. And San Antonio now surge for a moment, but a foul is given. 88th minute. 1-1 the score. Las Vegas have lost 4 consecutive matches. Outscored 16-3 in that stretch. But they're level terms here against one of the West's best. Numbers now moving forward. This ball over the top. Hernandez can't slow. Miscommunication with Rosarena. Hernandez goes down, appeals for a foul, no whistle. Gannon out in transition. He gets shoved to the deck by Kronyale, who gets the card here in the 89th minute.
I mean, the effort from Gannon tonight, he has been just all over the field. Look at this overlapping run here. He finds that gap in between, absolutely draws the yellow card. That's a tactical foul. Gannon looks like he was in behind. Kronyale sticks his foot in with that shove in the back. That could also just be a frustration foul as well. Gannon has been doing this for the entirety of the 90 minutes. For a back line, having to deal with a player that has this type of work rate, has this type of physical fitness that he's been on display tonight, just has to be so frustrating when the 89th minute rolls around, when he's still running around that way.
And Kronyale missed that chance in the 79th minute that could have put San Antonio ahead. Zhao intercepts. Las Vegas build here as we wind to the 90th minute. The Lights have scored 3 goals in the 90th minute or later this season. San Antonio have given up 4 after this point in matches on the year. Budati. Stojanovic wanted the foul, comes back, cannot get it, then stumbles. Instead it goes forward. Hawkinson gets it taken away by Herbert. Zhao swings this ball into the path of Nigro. Nigro cannot get around the defending of Abdi Salim.
Salim, that's excellent defending there. doing a good job using his body, shielding off the attacker, letting his goalkeeper Sanchez come gather the ball, stayed very calm in that moment. Especially when you're talking about a player that just came off the bench, to have that type of calmness on the back line, very well done.
Five minutes of stoppage time here in the second half. And I'll say this much about Devin Rensing's side. They're getting stronger as this game goes along. They are controlling the end of this match here on the home pitch. They're not satisfied with a draw here tonight. Coleman Gannon gets the yellow card. You can see the reaction that he had there. He plays with a high level of emotion and a high level of energy.
Yeah, spiking the ball like that, ball bounces out of play. It's a cheap yellow. Like you said, his energy level's been extremely high.
Lights looking for a late stunner here in a 1-1 matchup against San Antonio. Gannon makes the turn, but the flag is up for offside, and yet again just leaking in what appeared to be a good goal-scoring chance. Medranda right in the path of Hawkinson. Lofts across. Probably didn't hit that the way that he wanted to, or Rosarena.
Just wasn't sure exactly where his players were in the box. Tried to play that early ball in, but the runners weren't up there with him. Maybe next time, if he has another opportunity, pick his head up just one second, maybe put your foot on the ball, give Agudelo that opportunity to get himself inside the box, be on the receiving end of that cross.
Herky-jerky finish to this one with the whistles and the fouls. Wide left-hand side, Hernandez brings it in, hammers it across. It rolls all the way through as it doesn't touch anybody on that path. Inches away, perhaps, from Hawkinson delivering the final blow.
Well, this is a dangerous ball into the box from Hernandez. That outswinging ball, trying to play it right into the path of Hawkinson. Give credit to the Las Vegas defender, tracking the run all the way to that near post, using his body to make sure Hawkinson can't get a foot on it. When you talk about being a playmaker, that ball from Hernandez, that's exactly where you want to put it. On the ground, hard, a spot where Rosarena can't come out and get it. Just inches away from finding the path of Hawkinson. We'll see if either of these sides have another opportunity that was as good as that one left in the game here, as we're about a minute and a half left here in stoppage time.
Good touch here. Jones chases after it. Nate Jones lofts it across. Nobody makes that run in the middle of the penalty box. Nigro to take this throw. Final minute or so left in this one. Las Vegas has come back from a goal down to tie that. Pearson rolls it up top. Budati collects. Budati now tries to win the race and does so. Budati inside of the penalty area, crosses it. Tainer gets the first piece, and Zhao comes over and commits the foul.
Surprised Budati didn't hit the deck on that one. He felt that pressure. There was a little bit of contact. Stayed on his feet, got the ball across. Joe Zhao ultimately committing the foul there, but looked like there would have been a little bit of contact, and just from the way that this game's been playing out, if you're that attacker in that situation, hitting the deck might have been the right call.
Not done yet, though. Stojanovic smashes. And that's the final action of the night. It's a draw this evening between Las Vegas and San Antonio. A goal apiece as San Antonio makes it points in 8 of the last 9 meetings between these teams. But the losing streak is over and the Devin Rensing era begins with a point tonight.
If you're San Antonio, you take a point on the road. They had that 1-0 lead. You would have liked to see them secure all 3 points. But for me, tonight, the story is about this Las Vegas group under the new head coach, Devin Rensing. They looked better tonight. They played the ball well. They played with confidence. They were confident to step their group up, apply that pressure higher up the field, something we haven't seen from this Las Vegas group, but also the way that they were able to play in possession. They kept the ball on the ground. They moved that ball from side to side. They took chances. They were a little bit more dynamic in the offensive attack. And for a coach that just came in 5 days ago to implement what he's done so far with this Vegas group, this will be a fun team to keep our eyes on, see what he's able to do with this group, see if they're able to make that push. But overall, I think it was a positive first result and a good display here from this Las Vegas group under their new head coach.
Your man of the match tonight is presented by Payblocks, and it's Johnny Rodriguez, team leading 7th goal of the season. His penalty kick tied it in the 53rd minute, and that's why the two teams split the points here tonight in Las Vegas. The final score here in this one from Vegas is 1 apiece between Las Vegas and San Antonio. Jeff and I wrap it up when we come back.
My name is Melvin Hicks. Friends call me and all the people call me Mr. Hicks. I appreciate you guys. I'm here because this is my job. This is what I do. I mean, it's a exciting time to just be here with the team. I love it, man, and get to do the ushering and get to do the gatekeeping here. This place right here is fantastic. And the energy never misses because you know why? We got the greatest team ever. The Lights. You see what I'm saying?
Devin Rensing's first match, pitch side with Las Vegas. Snaps a 4-match losing skid for the Lights. A 1-1 draw here tonight against San Antonio. Michael and Jeff back with you to recap the evening here at hand in the Sin City. And it all started in that first half of play, and it came off of this maneuver. An early chance for Lucio Veron in the 18th minute, takes a redirect and goes into the net.
Good way to score your first professional goal. Take a chance from outside of the box. Look at this touch. Positive first touch here. Just inside here. Takes that wicked deflection. And Rosarina does his best to try to keep it out, but unfortunately he's not able to get 2 strong hands to the ball. And this was a moment in the game where you thought San Antonio was going to be able to dictate the pace of this game. Las Vegas was in a little bit of trouble. They were trying to figure it out, but this was the moment of the game for me because this was really the turning point. It's a penalty kick. The referee decided to point to the penalty spot. If we get another look at it again, really not much contact there, but you have to give the player credit for hitting the deck like that. He felt like there was an opportunity to draw a penalty kick for his team. And then here's the man of the match, Johnny Rodriguez. He steps up. This is what he was brought into this team to do, score big goals in important moments. He opens up that hip, gets Sanchez going the wrong way, ultimately closes it, hits it a little bit down the middle with power. Not much Sanchez can do once he decides to take that dive to his left. And this was a big moment. This is a moment we should remember for Las Vegas this season if they're able to make a bit of a run, because this was really felt like a turning point for this group tonight.
Stats brought to you by Dave & Buster's, 11-9 in terms of shots. For San Antonio, meanwhile, another opportunity tonight where they don't get the full 3 points. They missed a couple chances. Arozarena made some good saves.
Well, that's been the story of the season. As of late, for the San Antonio team is not taking advantage of their opportunities, not putting the ball into the back of the net. But again, for me, you have to give Las Vegas a lot of credit. For me, they're the story of the night tonight. Responded well with the coaching change. Only one shot on target, but they made the most of it. And you're starting to see how this team is going to play under this new head coach.
Full-time score tonight is Las Vegas 1 and San Antonio 1. A fun one here in Las Vegas this evening. And a new era begins for the Lights as they make their push for the postseason. Las Vegas 1, San Antonio 1. For my partner tonight, Jeff Attinella, and the rest of our team, I'm Michael Watring signing off. Thanks so much for watching tonight. Good night, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.